Let us analyze binary counter with supporting operation being increment using accounting method. Let's assume we have this, then on increment we get this. On subsequent increments the configuration is like this. So as part of accounting method, when a 0 is flipped to 1, we charge 2 credits, of which 1 credit will be used for the actual flip and the other credit will be stored with the data structure or the bit 1 itself. So of which 1 actual cost and another one is stored at bit 1. So when we do one more increment, when we flip this 1 to 0, this one is free. We charge nothing. So the one that is over here, that will be used for this operation. Now for this one, when we do increment from this to this bit flip is free. For this one we charge 2, of which one is the actual cost, another one is stored with the data structure or that bit. Now when we flip this to 1, we charge 2 and 1 is the actual cost and we get 1 over here, and this one it is as it is, no bit flip. Subsequently we get say 0, 1, 0, 0, which means this one is free, this one is also free. So both are free. This one we charge 2 credits and one for the actual cost, another one is here. So what is this telling us? At any point in time, suppose you have a configuration like this, then with each one we have got 1 credit. Now from this to this, if we perform an increment, then this will be flipped to 0, this will be flipped to 0, 0, 0. Now the cost of these flips is taken care by the 1 itself, and this will be flipped to 1 and cost of this is 2 and 1 is for the actual cost, another one is with this. So that's precisely what this one is saying. So as part of accounting method, we charge 2 credits when a bit 0 is flipped to 1, and no credits, 0 credits are free when a bit 1 is flipped to 0. That is all, and so both are constant, so it is order 1. So this implies that amortized cost of increment following accounting method is constant. Fine. Now we shall analyze the same using potential function method. So to discuss potential function method, we need to define the function. So the function is this. For stack we said the size of the stack. So for this one we say number of ones in the configuration. Suppose the configuration is this, then the value of the potential is 2. Suppose the configuration is this, then the value of the potential is 7. Now on increment, we see that there will be a change in potential. Number of ones in this, it is 1. Number of ones over here, it is 7. And change in potential is 1 minus 7. So now let's analyze what would be the amortized cost. So amortized cost of increment following potential function method, with potential function being this, it says actual cost plus change in potential due to the ith increment. So on increment, let's look at what happens. You see that there are so many ones over here, all of them is flipped to 0 and this 0 is flipped to 1. Again, if you look at this 0 is flipped to 1 and all this is unchanged. Suppose the configuration is this. Now when we perform increment, this 0 alone is flipped to 1, rest of them is one and the same. But if the configuration is something like this, then when we do increment, this 0 alone is changed to 1 and rest of them is same. If the configuration is this, we flip all these ones to zeros and this one is changed to 1. So essentially, you focus on the rightmost 0. For example, in this case it is this, in this case it is this, in this case rightmost 0 is this. If there are ones after the rightmost 0, in this case it is this, there are ones after the rightmost 0. And in this case it is this, there is a 1 after the rightmost 0. You see that on increment, all of this, all ones after the rightmost 0, all of them is flipped to 0. It is just like adding 1, right? And the rightmost 0 is flipped to 1. In this case, rightmost 0 is this, and we don't have any ones after that, so simply flip this to 1. Over here also, after the rightmost 0, there are no ones, so simply flip this to 1. And in this case, rightmost 0 is this, so this 1 is changed to 0, rightmost 0 is changed to 1. And rightmost 0 is this, and once after that flip to 0, this one is flipped to 1. But for a given configuration, we don't know how many number of ones are there after the rightmost 0. So let's assume a variable for that. So let t denote the number of ones after the rightmost 0. Fine. Now after increment, so on increment, what happens? How many ones are there? Number of ones would be, there will be x number of ones initially, and on increment all of this is flipped to 0. So which means it is x minus t. Then this 0 is flipped to 1. We are incrementing that, right? So which means we are adding 1, 1 and we are removing so many ones. So on increment, we will see this many number of ones in the configuration. Correct? So now let's look at the amortized cost. Amortized cost is what? What is the actual cost? Actual cost is number of bit flips. And all these are flipped to 0. This one is flipped to 1. So which means there are t plus 1 bit flips. So this many bit flips are happening. That is precisely the actual cost. Plus change in potential. Number of ones after the operation is this. number of ones before the operation is x. And number of ones after the rightmost 0 is represented using the variable t, and all of this will be flipped to 0, and this one is flipped to 1, so which means x minus t plus 1. This would be the number of ones after the increment operation. So this is precisely our amortized cost. So you see that this, all of them will get cancelled. So you get 2. And in some sense, this and accounting method, we see that there is a relation. Although the actual cost is something like 1 for flipping 0 to 1, but additional 1 that you get from change in potential, which is stored with the data structure, which will be used later when we flip 1 to 0. So that's precisely what accounting says. The same picture one can also extract through potential function as well. So this is constant, so which means amortized cost of increment is order 1. So fix the configuration and see how many ones are there. That is precisely the potential associated with the configuration. Then on increment, what is the change in potential? We see that the actual cost is t plus 1 because we flip all of this to 0 and this 0 to 1. So the actual cost is t plus 1. And on increment, all this will be changed to 0. So number of ones is x minus t plus 1 for this one minus number of ones initially present in the configuration. That gives you constant, which means the amortized cost of increment following potential function is constant. So we have just now analyzed aggregate method using a micro level analysis and focusing on number of bit flips in each column, and subsequently we use that knowledge for accounting method as well as potential function method. As part of accounting method, when we flip 0 to 1, we charge 2, 1 for the actual flip, the another one is stored with the bit itself, which will be used later when we flip 1 to 0. As part of potential function method, the number of ones in the configuration is precisely the potential. And interestingly, one can, if you bring one more variable denoting the number of ones after the rightmost 0, we see that the amortized cost using potential function method is also constant. So given a binary counter with supporting operation being just increment, all three methods give constant amortized. So now what we will do, we will bring the other two operations and analyze using these three methods.